Hello everyone, myself Patel Raj from 2nd Division. Today I am going to present my presentation of topic Abdominal Cavity, the stories of abdominal cavity and topography of peritoneum, which is guided by Professor Zadnipryany. Abdominal cavity, it is the space in trunk below the diaphragm. It is the space between abdominal wall and the spine. It is divided into abdominal cavity proper and pelvic cavity. Its borders are anterior-lateral border, recto-abdominis muscle, external oblique muscle, internal oblique muscle, and transversus abdominis muscle. Posterior borders are lumbar segment of spine, psoas major, and quadratus lumborum muscle. Superior border is diaphragm, and inferior border is iliac bones and pelvic diaphragm. Floors of abdominal cavity. So it has two floors, superior and inferior, and pelvic cavity is also the part of abdominal cavity. Superior story. Its superior border of superior story is in interior surface of the diaphragm, and inferior border of superior story is transverse mesocolon. Its contents are: it has four spaces: right and left subphrenic, subhepatic bursa, pregastric bursa, and omental bursa. It has liver, stomach, gallbladder, spleen, superior poles of kidneys, adrenal glands, pancreas, superior part of duodenum, abdominal aorta, and inferior vena cava. Inferior stories. Borders of inferior stories are superior borders, transverse mesocolon, and inferior inlet of lesser pelvis. Contents are right and left paracolic canals, right and left mesenteric sinuses, mesenteric, sigmoid mesocolon, duodenal recess, superior and inferior ileocecal recess, lower half of the duodenum, large and small intestine, canals two lateral peritoneal canals, right and left, and two left and right mesenteric sinuses. Borders between superior and inferior floor, transverse colon together with mesentery, mesocolon transversum. Pelvic cavity. The pelvic cavity is funnel-shaped space surrounded by pelvic bones, and it contains organs such as urinary bladder, rectum, and pelvic genitals. The pelvic cavity and abdominal cavity together form the larger abdominopelvic cavity. Borders of pelvic cavity are superior border inlet of lesser pelvis and inferior border is pelvic floor. Its contents are rectovesical pouch in male, rectouterine and uterovesical pouches in female, and pelvic organs. Regions of abdomen. In right side, right hypochondric, right lumbar and right iliac region. In medial, epigastric, umbilical and hypogastric region. In left side, left hypochondric, left lumbar and left iliac region. The peritoneum. Peritoneum is a thin, transparent serous membrane that consists of two layers. The peritoneum lining the abdominal wall is called parietal peritoneum, whereas the peritoneum investing the viscera is called visceral peritoneum. Both types of peritoneum consist of single layer of squamous epithelium called mesothelium. The parietal and visceral layer of peritoneum are separated from each other by capillary film of peritoneal fluid. This serous fluid lubricates the peritoneal surface, enabling the viscera to move on each other without friction. Peritoneum is a serous membrane of two continuous membranes that cover the abdominal organs. Parietal peritoneum is the lining of internal abdominal wall. It is composed of fibrous connective tissue. It lines the inner surface of abdominal and pelvic cavity and forms the outer limit of the peritoneal cavity. Visceral peritoneum or lining of abdominal organs or viscera. It is composed of mesothelial cells. It covers the outer surface of abdominal visceral organs. Functions of peritoneum are movement, protection, absorption, healing and adhesion, and storage of fat. Covering of organs by peritoneum. Intraperitoneal organs. The organs which are covered by all four sides by peritoneum. They are generally mobile. They can thus be moved away to access deeper organs and surgery and prone to herniation. They are stomach, bulbous duodenum of superior part of duodenum, jejunum, ileum, appendix, transverse colon, sigmoid colon, supraampular part of the rectum, spleen, and ovaries. Mesoperitoneal organs. They are covered by peritoneum by three sides. Degree of mobility is between the intraperitoneal and extraperitoneal organs. They are liver, Gallbladder, ascending part of duodenum, cecum, ascending colon, descending colon, ampular part of the rectum, urinary bladder, and uterus. Except peritoneal organs. They are covered by peritoneum by only one side. They are located in retroperitoneal space. They are not movable at all. They are descending and horizontal part of duodenum, anal canal, pancreas, kidneys, adrenal glands, ureters, urinary bladder when empty, major vessels like abdominal aorta and inferior vena cava. The folds of peritoneum. Omentum. It is broad double-layered sheet of peritoneum that connects stomach to another abdominal organ. It has two parts, greater omentum and lesser omentum. Mesentery. Mesentery is double layer of peritoneum connects small intestine to posterior abdominal wall. Mesocolon. It is double layer of peritoneum connects large intestine to posterior abdominal wall. It has transverse mesocolon, sigmoid mesocolon, and mesoappendix. Ligaments. Double layer of peritoneum that is usually attached to solid organs like liver and spleen. Ligaments of liver falciform, right and left triangular. Ligaments of spleen gastrosplenic and lineorenal. Falciform ligament. It attaches the liver to anterior abdominal wall and ends by enclosing ligamentous teres. Hepatoduodenal ligament. It constitutes parts of lesser omentum. It runs from porta hepatis to proximal 2 centimeters of the duodenum. Thanks for your attention.